Hey there! It might be that you have a dream that's been burning inside you and you've maybe made attempts at getting to it and fulfilling it in the past, but things have gotten in the way. If this sounds like you, then I have 5 simple steps that are going to help you jumpstart your journey to your dreams. Welcome to Supercharge Your Sunday. I'm Amrita Madhusudan, and it's my pleasure to be here to talk to you about 5 simple steps that you can take to help you jumpstart your journey to achieving your dreams. So the first step is to know your why. And this sounds really simple because of course we all already know why we want to achieve a certain dream, whether that's a promotion at work, whether that's to write our book. We all know why we want it. But sometimes that surface level why, that reason isn't deep enough. So what we need to do is to go deeper. And how do you go deeper? It's really simple. You ask yourself why over and over again. So you go up to 5 or 7 whys, and what will happen is every time you ask yourself why do I want this, you'll get an answer. So then you go next and you ask why do you want that, and then you'll get another answer. And at some point within 7 whys, you will figure out the real reason you want to achieve that dream. And if you keep that front and center, that is going to keep you going even when things get tough. So an example of these 5 whys in action, I can show you an example with one of my goals right now. And my goal is to release all the excess weight that I'm carrying. So my first why would be, why do I want that? To reach my goal weight. Now, why do I want to reach my goal weight? That's the second why. So that I can look and feel better. Third why do I want to look and feel better? Because right now I'm not able to do a lot of the things that I want to do. Fourth why is it important that I do those things? Because I want to lead a happy and fulfilling life. And why is it important for me to lead a happy and fulfilling life? Because I want to set a good example to my son of how to live his best life. And there you have it. That is a really, really powerful motivator that will keep me going even when I'm tempted to slack off. Step 2 is to know your habits and your mindset. So what you need to do is you need to really look at yourself and do some introspection, do some journaling, and figure out what has been in your way. So you might have habits that lead you to procrastinate. You might have thoughts that you are unable to do certain things. These are things that we need to know. The moment you know them, then you are more able to take action that is actually supporting you. Step 3 is to follow the Pareto Principle. This is also known as the 80-20 rule, and this means that 80% of your results actually come from 20% of your actions. So now that you've already looked at your habits and your mindset, you have a better understanding of the things that get in your way. So now you know where to focus the bulk of your actions such that you can do the most important things first, the things that will give you maximum momentum and movement towards your goal. And this is really, really simple. It is not complicated. So just take the time and just look at where you can act so that you get the most leverage. Now that you have your list of your habits and your mindset thoughts that are getting in the way, applying Pareto Principle means that you do not try to change everything all at once. Pick one habit and pick one mindset or belief that you want to work on. So this is how you are going to leverage the principle to get you the results you need. Step 4 is to then make small changes in your habit patterns based on the season of life you're in. And this means that maybe if you have a tiny newborn at home and you used to have an early morning meditation practice, now might not be the best time to try and resume that. Try to work around what is happening in your life. The last and final step, step 5, is to create a system of accountability. So sometimes we have friends and family or a coach or someone who is really 100% in our corner and there to support us. And sometimes we need to sort of create an accountability system for ourselves. whatever works for you is perfect. There is a website called stick.com which allows you to create an accountability contract. And this works really interestingly because you make an agreement that if you deviate from a plan that you have created for yourself, you will then have to donate money to a charity that you do not support at all. So for instance, you might be against cosmetic companies testing their products on animals. And so you make the agreement that if you deviate from your plan, you will then automatically some amount of money will be given to one of the biggest offenders in this field. So that gives you the extra motivation to stick to your plans to get to your goals. Because you might not know this, but most of us are more motivated by pain than we are by pleasure. So the pain of the situation we're in, or the pain of something unpleasant happening, is a higher motivation to make a change than the pleasure of our end result or our goal. And this is often why, as we progress closer and we're actually seeing our goal right in front of us, a lot of us can lose steam at that point because we've moved away from the pain and there is not yet enough of a draw from the pleasure. So this is where a reward or penalty system can come into play for us to help keep us going. So make sure if you're using a reward system, first that your rewards don't conflict with your goal, and second that the reward sort of gets a little more enticing and better the closer you get to your goal. So just let's quickly recap 5 steps to get you started. Step 1, know your why. Really understand what it is about this goal. Why do you really want it? Step 2 is to look at what has been getting in your way, and this comes under 2 headings: practical habits as well as your mindset. Step 3 is to apply the Pareto Principle or the 80-20 rule and make sure that you focus on the activities that give you the most impact. Step 4 is to then make small changes based on the season of life you're in. Don't try to do too much to begin with because small changes build on each other. And finally, step 5, create an accountability system or a reward and penalty system that will keep you on track, because that's where most of us trip up. To conclude, I would just like to point out that the fact that you are willing to work towards achieving your dreams is already a huge thing. So please, if things don't go according to plan, realize that you are human. It is normal. It is 100% possible to achieve your goals in spite of small trips along the way. One of my favorite authors, James Clear, talks about this in his book Atomic Habits, and he talks about how every action that we take is a vote for who it is we want to be. And you know this, in an election you don't need 100% of the vote for a victory. You need a majority. So keep taking those action steps towards your goal, because it doesn't matter if there are a few missteps along the way. Just keep going, and before you know it, you'll have won the election and you will be exactly where you want to be. So here's to you, living your dreams with joy and ease.